Good morning, traders, and this is your Aussie South African Top 40 daily review. So starting off on the monthly, you can see this monthly bar is a bit of a range bar, and you can see there's the high and there's the low, but the important thing is that it's green. Okay, so been a lot of indecision this month, as we know, we've experienced that already, but I think the key thing here is that by the looks of things, we may just close above the alligator, and we've also got a turn in the alligator pointing to the upside now. So from a monthly perspective, this is starting to look like a base, but we do have all this weekly congestion from last year that we're sitting in the middle of at the moment. So we have had a weekly pin bar. We've got a green bar at the moment, but the week's not over yet. We have to wait and see what happens for the end of the week. The trend is still up on the weekly. Trend is also still up on the daily. Just very, very messy. Okay, daily has given us pretty much some diversions here. Okay, so you can see pretty much from this area here, from this fractal to that fractal is diversions, and there's diversions on the oscillator as well. This inside bar, tail, pin bar, whatever you want to call it, the fact of these tails over here is basically where the sellers are stepping in. So the question is whether it's going to drive it down, which would give us a smaller body on the monthly. Bear in mind today is the close of the month, or whether it's going to drive it up and give us a monthly bar that's going to close high on its, close very high up on itself. So that's what we're looking to see what happens here, because those are the two scenarios. If we look at the 4 hour, massive pin bar, more tails, more red bars, more selling, but we're not really finding support anywhere. But this area here is something that I'd be interested in. So this is 5197 or 50,200. That would be an area for me to look for some longs. Okay. Now, the only reason I'm saying that is the fairly strong area that we need to pay attention to. You can see one tail, two tails, three, and I don't know if there's anything more to the other side. It doesn't really matter right now. And the other area, because the ambushers always love stepping in, is roughly where we are touching at the moment, which is this tail here. Okay, so why I say the ambushers is often you find buyers stepping into a market slightly above the most logical level, just trying to trap any of the bulls that are in the market, especially when you're moving down like this. Okay, let's just get down to levels we can trade today, because I have a feeling your levels that you're going to need are going to be coming off the lower time frames at the moment. Okay, so this is still an area looking at the lower time frames. You can see the oscillators group to the downside. We're still above the alligator on the hour. So this is pretty much an area that we need to pay attention to. One thing that may concern us. So first we have, that's the trend line at the moment that we've had over 2 days. And some may argue that we have had a breakout of this triangle to the downside, which is possible, but there is also a scenario of that. Okay, so either way, and it could also be seen as a flat bottom triangle. So if I delete that and I delete that, then you see flat bottom triangle. Okay, I'm still going to stick with my view at the moment that this here is an area where I'd like to see price touch again, and it is an area that I'd be looking for a long. Stop loss would be below the swing low here on the hour. Okay, so this means if we take it just off that level, you're looking at a 250 point stop loss, which is acceptable in this market. Okay, So let's just squeeze it down to the half hour. Now, yesterday I said to you that you want to play the breakouts of the closing range. There's a closing range. And I also said to you, don't be surprised because of the size of the range that we just ranged for the rest of the day. And that's exactly what we did. So you can see how we just pretty much went sideways for the whole day inside that closing range. Okay, now when you start looking at the half hour, you can see we have broken through the alligator, but we still haven't tagged this level. Almost tagged it. This is still an area I'm looking for longs. Okay, a break below this area would maybe get me looking at a short, but I'd want to see price come back up and test the breakout before getting in on the short. So for now, this is an area to get long. Go with the trend on the higher time frames, and we can just treat this as consolidation. If I just delete that, because I'm not always a fan of diagonals, and I do that, you'll see there's the retest over there. There's a breakout, there's a retest, there's a retest. So that is the range we're in at the moment. Okay, so let me just line that up, and we'll line this bottom area up there. We've got let's leave the monthly high in. So there's our closing range. So it's a lot smaller than what it was yesterday. So this is something which I'd be looking at. A break to the downside would probably bring us down to the bottom here. See this tail and the swing high here. So there is merit for a move to the downside, but again, that to me is just another opportunity to get long. Okay, so I suspect we're going to finish the month with a green body, which is a lot higher than what it is at the moment. So I'm looking for a long. Okay, reason being is really we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles in a row, so this trend is fairly strong to the upside. Rand is not looking very strong either, and that is influencing the market for us as well. Okay, so I just want to get down, just close off with the 12-minute. You see the volatility on the 12-minute, and we've got 2 pin bars here. Not really a nice setup, but we do have the setup brewing. So yeah, I think I'm sticking to that view. This could be seen as a wedge on the lower time frame. So not drew it in just now, but there's your current trend line, and there is your next trend line there. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Looking for either a break higher above the high of the month for now, or alternatively, and that's okay, or alternatively, we're looking for a little bit more consolidation to the downside and then an opportunity to get in long. Okay, so anyway, that's my view on this. Looking for longs, looking to follow the bigger trends, the 4-hour trend, and that's it for me today. Hope that helps, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.